Now, if you find yourself on the backside of the storm and maybe there's no feasible way to go south then east to get in front of the storm, there is a way to get into the bear's cage and close to any tornadic circulations, and it's called the hook slice maneuver. A hook slice is when you cut directly through the hook echo from the backside into the bear's cage. There will often be a low precipitation or precipitation-free region between the edge of the hook echo and the low-level mesocyclone, meaning that hook slicing can give you an excellent close-range view of any tornadoes. However, hook slicing is an extremely dangerous maneuver, so if you're a newer or less experienced chaser, I strongly recommend that you do not perform hook slice maneuvers until you're well versed in supercell features and behaviors, and until you've gone with someone multiple times who can show you the ropes of how to perform these maneuvers effectively and safely. Hook slicing should really only be done on classic supercells with highly visible features, wall clouds, tornadoes, etc. It's possible that as you penetrate through the hook echo, visibility may decrease a bit, but ideally you'd have some semblance of visibility of the area of interest throughout the entire process. You must also maintain cell service when you're performing a hook slice. Oftentimes, as you're penetrating through the hook, visibility may decrease some, and you'll have to rely a lot on radar to know your position relative to that of the low-level mesocyclone or tornado. Hook slicing is easiest and safest to do when you drive through the hook echo at an angle that's parallel to the tornado's path. This minimizes the chance that you actually get into the path of the tornado. Never, ever perform a hook slice maneuver if the only goal of that hook slice is to beat the tornado before it crosses the road. For example, let's say our tornado is moving from southwest to northeast, and our only road option in this area is a road that goes from west to east. Hook slicing to get into the notch, allow the tornado to pass, and then continue on is okay. But if your only goal is to cross the path of the tornado to get in front of it once again, that's a bad idea. Let the tornado cross the road and then reposition as needed. Once again, crossing the path of the tornado at this close of a range is extremely dangerous and should be avoided. Keep a very close eye on wind direction as you punch through the hook. Winds tend to flow toward the center of low pressure of a tornadic circulation, so as you're passing through the hook and into the clearer air of the inflow notch, if you're experiencing northwesterly winds, then you're in a relatively safe position as the tornado is likely off to your southeast. If you're experiencing northerly or northeasterly winds, then you may be in danger as the tornado is off to your south or southwest, and you may very well be in its path.
Chasing Dixie Alley is dangerous. We've got you covered. Free ebook link in description.
I can't reiterate enough how dangerous of a move hook slicing can be, and how experienced you need to be to perform a hook slice. And even though hook slicing can give you an excellent close-up view of tornadoes, there are still many disadvantages to this move. For one, it even further limits your escape routes. If something gets dicey, really all you have is back west into the hook or north into the precipitation core of the storm, both of which can expose you to heavy rain and hail. It effectively takes away your east option because, again, you're cutting in front of the path of the tornado, which is never a good idea at that close of a range. Oftentimes, it gives you maybe only a couple minutes to view the tornado before the precipitation from the hook overtakes you again, as the tornado moves away. Hook slicing is certainly not compatible with getting out of your car, setting up your tripods, etc. There can also be very large hail within the rear flank downdraft that comprises the hook. In fact, some of the biggest hailstones within a supercell can reside within the rear flank downdraft. These hailstones are often wind-driven and can take out your car's windows. Strong inflow winds that flow into the tornado can also take out your windows as they loft dirt and debris. If you're ever performing a hook slice maneuver and you get uncomfortable with the situation or you lose visibility or cell service, abort the hook slice immediately. Let the tornado pass and then reposition as needed. Here's an example of a hook slice maneuver that I performed during a chase in northwest Texas on April 27, 2024. We were chasing this supercell. We were just south of the hook echo at this time, and we'd been right underneath the hook. The storm was moving to the northeast, and we didn't see anything imminently tornadic, but we knew, given the environment, that tornadogenesis may occur soon with this supercell. So instead of going all the way back south and then back northeast to get in front of it, which would put us in jeopardy of falling behind on this storm, we decided to go north and then east on Highway 82 by performing a hook slice maneuver. This was what the radar looked like just a few minutes later. We had gone north on the Farm to Market Road and then turned east on Highway 82, right into the bear's cage as tornadogenesis occurred. Here is footage from my dash cam as we were punching through the hook on Highway 82, driving from west to east. And you can see that we're getting impacted by a lot of rain and hail, but we still had a good visual of the entire storm base out there on the horizon. Shortly thereafter, we pulled into the low reflectivity region between the edge of the hook and the mesocyclone, and our visibility was perfect. This was something that made us feel comfortable about doing this hook slice maneuver. We had such great visibility. We continued to inch off to the east, and it gave us an excellent view of tornadogenesis that occurred right in front of our eyes. Given that the tornado was moving from southwest to northeast and going to cross the road in front of us, we decided to stop for a minute, let that happen before we continued off to the east. And in the matter of a minute or so, the precipitation filled right back in. So you can see how fleeting these views can be that hook slicing provides. But this was overall a good example of a situation where hook slicing was a viable option for us. It gave us the best view of the tornado instead of going all the way around back to the south and then east that might have allowed us to fall behind the storm. We got a nice up-close view of the tornado, and we did it safely because we had such great visibility.
Remember to check out those links in the description below, and then watch another video.